Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, we have another amazing vlog coming for you today. Today, I'm going to be doing some land work. I have this clearing set up here, and this is a clearing that I originally worked on and cleared last early fall in preparation for deer season, and I actually added this pond here. But now, it's mid-March, and so we're getting ready for turkey season, and I just kind of want to expand it a little bit, take out some of these trees, let more light in. This property I'm on is a super thick property. There's not a lot of light in the property, which allows not for much green growth underneath on the forest floor. So we're going to take a few more of these trees out in this vlog, cut them down, clear them out, and then maybe work on some other hitting project down low. So it's going to be an awesome vlog. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new, because we post awesome vlogs, gear reviews, hunting tips, and so on this channel. So here we go. Okay, so like I said, we're going to kind of thin out this edge right here. So a lot of these trees in here are pretty medium size that we can definitely handle. Like this one we're going to get rid of, a couple of those in here. This one we're going to get rid of. These bigger ones we may leave in, even though they're going to block some sunlight. I just think they're going to be too big for the handsaw. So we're going to get to it and start cutting. Let me show you the tools we have for today. So the first tool we're going to be using is just your average bow saw. It's a nice quality, good sharp bow saw we're going to use, and that's going to be what we're going to be using for those bigger trees to cut them down. And the second tool we're going to be using is this nice sharp hatchet. It's a Fiskars X70, and this is also a really nice, good quality, mostly sharp hatchet that we're going to use for those smaller trees. So with this combination, we should be in business. So here we go. Coming down. All right, first tree cleared. Nice big drag line here. We got it into that cover a little bit where we're not gonna really clear too much more. And the deer will probably go ahead and eat all those down branches, which will be a good place to put a camera on. So it's not gonna be wasted. And now we got a lot more light over on this side. So that was a good cut. And we're gonna go ahead and do our second tree now. I wanna talk a little more about why we're doing this so that you all can better understand the reasoning for cutting these trees down. And there's a couple of reasons. The first is that all these trees we're cutting down are white firs, and white firs are super high. Their numbers are super high, especially in North Idaho and especially in this region right where I'm at here on our property. And so it's good to decrease their numbers just to let other trees that are not so high in numbers come in and have maybe smaller trees, and especially that ground cover. And so as good as it is to get the white firs out of here to let other trees come in, we still are wanting this area right here to actually be an area with no trees. And the reason for that is we want that small undercover, you know, those native grasses, the native ferns, and other, you know, plants that create that cover. So for example, for turkeys, you know, when a hen and she hatches her brood, you know, she has her poults, they need those ferns, that cover, that low down cover, not just the tree cover, but the low down cover to feel protected and forage and so on. And so doing this will create more of those native grasses and native ferns to come up, which will in turn allow more turkeys to come in. They'll make better use of the habitat. And for those of you who may be thinking, well, you know, why can't you just go somewhere else? One, we want to attract more turkeys to this property. And two, this whole property is super thick. Most of the habitat is going to look like what we're looking at behind us. And I know it doesn't look super thick right here, but especially like down here, that gets crazy thick with white firs and with other species like in there. And a lot of animals just can't use that habitat because it's so thick. So what we're doing is we're creating just one spot where different animals, you know, elk, deer, moose, bear, turkeys, you know, a lot of different species of birds come in. That sunlight can come down, flood the forest floor, and this area has been an area where there's lots of that low down growth, as you're seeing on these trail camera photos here. But it's not as big, that big of an area. And so what we're doing is we're clearing this area more to create more area for those smaller plants and shrubs to be able to grow up and then support the habitat better. So that is the reason we're cutting these trees. We've now taken 3, and I'm actually really tired, but we're gonna continue going. I think we're gonna take at least 3 more out of here on this side, and then this area is pretty open, so we're not gonna take any off this area. We could take some more in here, but the way the sun's gonna be coming down, I think it's gonna be best if we can take some of these trees right here because those are the trees that are block sunlight, especially when that sun starts to set in the west. Coming down. Okay, here's another white fir we're going to take out. I'm going to try to cut this low to the ground. And I will say is, because it's winter and there's about a foot of snow on the ground, we're going to have to come back through here in the spring and recut these stumps, which we will do, you know, once turkey season gets closer and the snow melts. But right now we're cutting as low as we can without damaging the saw, which will still leave about a foot of stump. And that's not the end of the world. It just kind of looks a little out of place, but we'll come back here once the snow melts. For now, we're going to just dig down in the snow a little bit and then make our cut. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna bring this one over to those other ones. Move on to the next tree. 2 more trees to go. Coming down. I almost got you there. I am so sorry. Let's get a replay of that while I walk over. There we go. Taken 5 trees out so far, I believe, and we got 1 more to go. Hopefully I don't hit you all with this one. Coming down. The last tree. Sorry. Mind the reach, mind the reach. Cover your eyes, cover your eyes. Branch is coming in hot. Watch out, tripod. Oh, you might get knocked over here. Got a few branches in your face. Don't mind those, don't mind those. There we go. Man, I should have told you all to bring safety glasses. Kind of in a stuck position here. There we go. And I have to tell you, this spring, 2023, is going to be insane for turkey hunting. I'm going to be doing so much turkey hunting, it is going to be almost ridiculous. I may tire myself out and fill both tags early, or I may take all season, but literally I'm going to be hunting almost every single day and every single morning and evening of the season. Almost every single morning. I have 1 trip in mid-April, but other than that, I'm pretty much going to be hunting every single day. So I'm also going to be filming all those hunts, and we got a new shotgun, and so I'm really excited about that because previously I've only hunted turkeys with my bow. So that's gonna put our range out to 40 yards. I got 2 different buddies coming from other states who are amazing hunters that you'll get to see, hopefully, maybe. And plus my brother's gonna be hunting, my dad might be hunting, my mom might be hunting. I mean, we could have 6 turkey tags to fill this spring. Now, I'm super excited to share with you all that turkey hunting content because I'm gonna be filming all those hunts, and I'm actually working with another videographer who may be filming those hunts for me and coming with me on some of the hunts. Not sure yet, just depends on some future things in the schedule. But recently, YouTube has made some changes to their policies, and one of their changes is called the child safety policy. And in this policy, they are now stating they believe it is unsafe for minors, people under 18, to be hunting and show content of minors hunting on YouTube. But that being said, I can't hunt on YouTube, which is ridiculous. I used to be able to, but now I can't. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because I have changed. My hunting content is no longer on YouTube. It is actually over on a site called Patreon, and Patreon is a super cool site. It is a crowdfunding platform. So if you, for example, a lot of different creators have a YouTube channel and then they have a Patreon. Patreon essentially lets viewers that really like somebody's content to go over there and give a tip or subscribe for a monthly plan and pay that creator to continue to help fund their videos. And so, for example, if we can get more people on Patreon, I may be able to get a nicer camera. I might be able to get some GoPros for some other angles. I might be able to hire a videographer, but it kind of just depends on that Patreon. So if you like these videos, you see the effort I'm putting into it, you think it's awesome, you want to encourage that, you'd like to help me continue, the best way to do that besides subscribing is going over to the link in the description. It's the very first link in the description. All you got to do is hit description, and it's going to be the very first link there. I'm going to have it all caps, link in description. It's going to be right there. You can hit that link, and it'll take you over to my Patreon site. And over on my Patreon site, I have a ton of hunts over there, and for as little as $3 per month, you can see all those hunts. So you can pay anywhere from $3 to $15 and get access to all of my hunting content. You can actually request a custom video. I'll make a video specifically on your request. Questions answered. I will also give you a shout out in these videos. The names you're going to see at the end of this video are the people over there on Patreon who have subscribed. So if you'd like to have your name on the end of the videos, there's a ton of awesome benefits, but please, 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 please go over there. It is going to be off the hooks how much hunting content is going to be over there, and there's already a ton of hunting content over there. For example, I have a 13-minute video recapping my entire deer season. This video is seriously in depth, and I spent multiple hours editing. This probably took anywhere from 6 to 8 hours editing it, including telling the story of when I shot my buck this past year. So if you'd like to see that video, if you'd like to see my small game hunting videos, we have like 8 different small game hunting videos, including 2 where I use a 22 and get 3 squirrels in one and 4 squirrels in the other and a grouse in the other. It's ridiculous how much hunting content is going to be over there. So if you'd like to see that hunting content, head over to the link in the description. If you like what I'm doing, please head on over there to Patreon. Thank you so much. But I appreciate you watching me and supporting the channel. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and we'll see you next time on All Things Wild.